You're listening to Life and Shyt. I'm Danielle Walker.
And I'm Tommy Walker.
Join us as we talk about our journey overcoming fears, boundaries, marriage, family, lifestyle, business, and whatever other shit you can think of.
We're individuals that came together to create one unit with one mind and one goal.
How are you?
Outstanding.
How you doing today?
Man, it's another beautiful day in paradise.
Another beautiful day. I got a question for you.
Hit me.
I got a question. Do you consider yourself a liar?
Do I consider myself a liar? Damn, son. No, I ain't no liar.
Are you a liar? Pants on fire?
I ain't no liar. Now. I ain't no angel either. So I ain't gonna lie about that.
Do you tell the truth? The whole truth?
So I don't have a reputation of lying.
Ah, okay.
All right. So have I told a lie? Hell yes. Told a lot of lies. But a reputation of lying is different. So no, I am not a liar. And I guess my question to you is, do you consider yourself a liar?
No, I don't.
Would other people consider you a liar?
That's a great question. That is a great question. And no, I don't think people would consider me a liar at all. No, I don't think so. Would people consider you a liar?
No. People consider me a lot of things, but they wouldn't consider me a liar.
A liar is not one.
A liar is not one. People, he's so mean. He's an asshole. He's that. He's this. He's that. But a liar is not one that they could.
But you're not a truth layer.
A truth slayer. No, honestly, they say, you tell too much of the truth.
You are a truth slayer, yeah.
Goddamn, fall back on the truth a little bit.
That makes you a little bit of an asshole because you tell the truth too much. So it's like, I'm just being brutally honest.
And I have a different opinion about that. Right. But we could do a whole podcast on what an asshole is.
I mean, and that's why people lie, right? Because people can't take that brutally honest truth, right? So it's like sometimes then you'll just kind of say like, a little bit of a lie instead of just being like, no, I don't like it. It stinks. It tastes bad. Like those are the kind of lies that I know that I have told, and it's not lies that it's always to make somebody not feel bad or to like kind of no,
sugarcoat.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad, but it was bad, you know.
So when you say lie, like it's a very hard word, right? It's like you just lied to me? It's like, no. I sugarcoated it. It's like you try to defend, right? It's like
I think that's different though. No, like, okay, a straight up ass lie, okay, you straight lied. But then if you kind of sugarcoat it, then it's like you told the truth, but with a little bit of
lie.
You made it a little more gentle. What do you think?
Like I said, it's all lies.
Yeah.
So we talking about lies, and more lies today, and there's 4 different types of liars, right? And
only 4?
Yeah, there's 4 different. Like when it comes to lying, like when you're a liar, there's 4 different types. But lying is a reputation, right? It's like when somebody says like, oh, that motherfucker is a liar, that means you have a reputation of lying. And if somebody deems you as a liar, man, like, what did you do?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
you got liar. Like, you just lie about every
that.
fucking thing. Like, why do you always lie?
So, why do people lie? There's a lot of different reasons why people lie. I mean, some of the things I got down is, even me as an entrepreneur, I've lied just to make sure that people understand my ideas because they might not see it the way I see it right now. But
that's interesting.
Let me tell you something that's gonna, kind of bring you into my ecosystem and my hemisphere, and then when it becomes fruition, when it manifests, then it's no longer a lie, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
It almost sounds like a little bit of manipulation, but I don't know.
As an entrepreneur, you have to be a little bit of manipulative.
But I don't know if that's lying.
Even
you're not lying. You're kind of like, but yeah, I guess you're falsifying. You're projecting, right?
Exactly.
Basically, you're projecting. So I guess that's true.
So are you going to judge me?
No. I'm just saying that maybe we should use the right words. That's all.
No, I'm saying, yeah. So so like, if I walk into a a car dealership, right? And I know right off the bat they're gonna sell me, and they're gonna sell me based off of me, my desires, everything that I want. These motherfuckers don't know me.
They lying.
They lying like a motherfucker. Yeah.
They're like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on.
And that's what I'm saying.
Even from a TV to like the grill, like, you want the big grill, right? Like, no, I don't want the big grill. I want the small one. I know a thing that types of lies that I have like said or done, or why I lied at the time would be like to reserve a friendship or a relationship. So it's like, did you say this and this and this about so and so? Like, no, I didn't say that. Like.
So did you actually say it though?
Yes, I lied. So because I wanted to be friends with the person, but I didn't want them not to be friends with me because I said this about them, or like to this, I said something that they told me not to say to someone else. So it's like, no. So I've honestly, that's happened before, both ways, like to me, and I've done it. So now I like, that's kid stuff though, right? You know, but yeah, those are things that are reasons that I've lied before.
You had to lie about.
Yeah, or to protect someone's feelings, right? So it's like, why didn't you just tell me that you felt that way? And it's like, I don't feel that way. But it's like, I really do.
You do feel that way. Yeah. So people like, and the trip is how, like, so studies show that you lie, like lying starts developing when you're 3 years old, right? And that's when you start determining the difference between opinions, and when you start thinking, you start having your own sense of thinking.
And an instant gratification, right? Because it's like, did you do this? It's like, no. Or like, if you did this, you're not going to get a cookie. Or like, well, shit, I didn't do it because I want a cookie.
Yeah, 1,000%. And then on top of that, our parents are lying to us, right? So, because we believe in Santa Claus and the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny. And those are all fairy tales that are lies.
Yeah.
Right, and I mean, shit. Even religion is somewhat of a lie. I don't want to piss nobody off.
I know,
but it's somewhat of a lie.
This is what we tell our kids, and it's like, then we wonder why they lie back to us. It's like, well, you've told me this lie for how many years? Yeah,
exactly.
But it's a story, though. Is it a lie or is it a story?
Well, now that's where the question comes, right? Because if I'm a storyteller, then I'm telling stories, right? But I'm not lying to you. I'm just telling you a story.
Yeah, no, but I'll tell you a story. Okay, so another way where I never really consider this a lie. And I say me and my little brother do this very well because we love to tell stories, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I can tell you a good story without giving you the extras, right? Like as they say, putting dubs on it or putting tins.
They say? No, everybody says, especially when you tell a story. And I always got to look at you and be like, babe, you're going off the deep end.
But I'm going to put dubs on it because it's guaranteed to be funnier. It's going to make everybody laugh. Like, I love telling stories that has everybody's attention and everyone's like, oh, that shit's funny. And then if you throw in that little thing that it's memorable now, and it's like, nah, that shit didn't really happen. But it was funny. Like, all the rest of that really did happen, but that part didn't really happen, But you remember it. So I like that. So it's just like a little bit of extra on the story. It just makes the story funner.
So that's not bad because you're telling a story and you're trying to make people laugh or you're trying to make them remember, and then they go out and then, they might tell the same story, right. But it has nothing to do with a lot more fun. Yeah, but it has nothing to do with facts or values, right? So if you're lying about facts or values, then that's when it's like, okay, we have to question whether, but if you put dubs on a story, that was like, for instance, you get pulled over by a cop. The cop says, "Were you drinking tonight?" What's the first thing you're gonna say?
No. Not even like the commercial when they roll down the window and the wine is coming out the window.
It just falls out the window.
No, sir, not me.
so the cop says, "Were you drinking tonight?" And you say no. That's lie number one. And the cop says, "Well, you look like you've been drinking because you've been swerving." And you say, "All right, I had one drink."
Ooh, lie number two.
Lie number two, right?
Because you wouldn't be swerving.
So now you're going down the lying path, right? And one thing that you always say, a lie begot a lie, then all of a sudden you don't even know how to keep up with the lies. It starts
with one lie, and then you're gonna kind of start chasing your tail, trying to keep that lie from being from them knowing the truth.
So if you're just telling a story, right, that's nothing. But if you're literally lying about the facts, you know what I mean, then that's a different story.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's true.
And that's when the 4 different types of liars come in. And I was talking to you about this.
That, yeah.
So the first one is deceitful, right?
Okay.
So the deceitful liar is the one that literally goes against the facts, and unfortunately, used car salesmen get this all the time. People feel like, oh, the used car salesman was trying to deceive me, or anybody was trying to deceive me.
Any salesman, right?
I'm a salesman.
I know.
You know, I don't try and deceive people. I try and give you all the facts.
Yeah, you game me into the relationship.
I gamed you, but I wasn't selling you.
So it's all game. Like, I think they try to game you into buying it, or it's a little bit of deceit.
Yeah, no,
it's a little bit of lying when you tell me you read books
and
that you watch movies and you don't. That's a little bit of a lie. But go ahead, continue. What's the next type? Deceitful liars.
Yeah,
okay,
deceitful,
that's one.
yeah.
Deceitful liars.
When you do it on purpose based on the facts. So it's like,
that's deceitful. You did it on purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
When you say, yo,
I want you, so I'm gonna lie and say that I read books.
no, you hanging on to some old shit. Let that go.
Okay.
Being deceitful is saying,
I want you to buy this, so I'm gonna tell you all these things and reasons why you want it, even though you really don't.
that, or like, yo, this building is 20 feet tall. It's like, oh, is it regulation? Yeah, it's regulation. It's 20 feet tall. Well, because you can't go above.
You went to a book.
No.
But that's bona fide.
You can't go above 22 feet, right? If you go 22 feet, then a plane's gonna crash into it.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, it ain't 22 feet. It's 20 feet.
Yeah.
I measured it. Okay, cool. That's just 22 and a half feet.
Yeah.
Fucking plane crash into it. That's being deceitful. Don't be a fucking deceitful liar. The next one, I'm having a hard time saying this word, so don't judge me on it. But it's like duplicious. I don't know. If you're listening to this, duplicious.
Duplicious. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're duplicious, then it's pretty much it's Latin for basically having a double face.
Like,
right?
Okay.
I'm not trying to say I follow astronomy that well, but if you follow, like, you know, the signs and all that stuff like that.
Gemini.
You know where I was going with it, right? So they say Geminis have the two
faces.
faces. So that's what duplicious is. Then you got the delusional liars.
So wait. Let's talk about.
What is duplicious?
Well, let's just talk about people who are two-faced, right? Like, people are straight up. That's a whole nother type of liar, right? That's like, you're this way to me, but you're that way to somebody else, right? So that means that no matter what, you kind of like go with the tides, right? So it's like, if everybody's like, I hate him, you're like, I hate him too. But then when you get around other people, it's like, oh, I love him. I love him. It's like, well, I love him too, you know? So it's like, what do you really like, two-faced people? Or that's pretty strong, because they're like legit two different people. And
so,
they're lying to themselves and to you, honestly, right? Because it's like, what do you fucking believe in?
I have to think about that, because now I'm thinking like, all right, do I hang around anybody that acts a certain way in front of someone and then talks to me about that person?
Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Because I'll stay away from you if you're like that.
Yes, we do.
And unfortunately, if you're hearing this right now, you're like, fuck, I am like that. It's probably why we don't talk every day.
What's the next type of liars?
But so real quick, a duplicitous person is someone that lies about their values.
Okay.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, they believe in this or they don't believe in that, right? Like,
yeah. Or you say, like, I work out every day, I'm hardcore, but you sit on the couch and you don't do shit. Right.
Yeah. It's just
and one of the things,
liar.
Yeah, one of the things that, like, you talked about on the episode about couples retreat, you've actually had an opportunity to figure out your core values. And I think that's something that, because you mentioned, you said, I've never thought about it, I never wrote it down, so I never really, like, you have this wide range of values, you have these things that matter to you, but to have core values is something different. These is like, well, I wake up every day and this is kind of like how I live my life.
What I do.
Exactly. So if you actually think about why you wake up every day and these are the values and this is kind of what governs my life, then you know, when you run into somebody that's a little duplicitous, like I'm saying it right now, like I hope I'm saying it right, then you go against those, then you might want to question a person that's like that. So make sure you understand, you know, your values in life. And then you got your delusional liars. Those are the crazy motherfuckers. And don't judge me for saying the word crazy. I'm just saying, when you're delusional, that's just what it is. Is you see things the way you see things, and Other people just don't see them that way. It's like what's delusional when you're looking at the clouds and you see a poodle dead with the four paws up, but all I see is a cloud, and you trying to sell me on that.
That's delusional.
Or you're on mushrooms, and the trees come alive.
Interesting.
Right. So now you're trying to deceive me and yourself, like because you're delusional is what you see in your own head. And the last one is demoralized. That just sounds terrible. That's when you're lying to yourself about your values. So if I'm lying to myself, that's being in my head. I can't even imagine being in my head about the whole world and but if you think about it, like think about cults and things like that, and going back to religion, the whole taking the takeover. People lie to you just to take over things.
That's manipulation, just to manipulate.
Manipulate is a very soft and easy word. No, don't manipulate me. Or you say
that's not a soft and easy word.
Don't demoralize me.
Yeah, that is a lot more harsh. Yeah, truth. I believe as far as demoralizing somebody or a demoralizing liar. Ooh, I don't know about that one. That's rough. That is rough. But pathological liars. Pathological liars, I would like to add to the list of types of liars, because a pathological liar is just someone who lies for no reason, right? They just lie to lie. Like, they can't even help it. They just lie. Like, you ask them if it's raining outside, and they're going to say, yeah, and you're going to be like, why'd you lie? And they're just like, I don't even know why I lied. I couldn't help myself. Like, I just cannot tell the truth. And those are like personality disorders, right? Like this person has a bona fide personality disorder, or a compulsive liar, right? Like,
I feel like all kids are compulsive liars. Every kid in this earth is a compulsive liar.
Why do you feel that way?
You can look a kid in his face and be like, did you or did you not? And they're going to tell you the opposite.
Oh, that's one of the things. It's like, I remember our kids growing up, they would be like, no. And I wouldn't even say like all of our kids. The one kid, our oldest, we can tell even to this day, we know when she's lying. All of our kids, we know when they're lying. Hell, to be quite honest. But there's only one that would never admit that she was caught. Mm-hmm. And I think she's still that way now.
1,000%.
It will never admit. It's like, you're fucking lying. Like,
and she'll be looking in your face. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Shout out to Taylor. Everybody knows what we're talking about.
They'd be like, do you think I'm stupid? Like, I'm not stupid. Like, I know, but, that's like another
That was
thing
my favorite term to her. You're like, do you see stupid here? I should get a tattoo called stupid.
Yeah, definitely. She lied to protect herself, to not get in trouble. So those were the reasons why, like, she lied. Another reason why people lie is like to protect their self-image, right? So it's like, wait, what? You peed outside? No, not me. Never me. I have video like, oh shit, okay. There. That's the only reason you'll tell.
He's stupid. I got video of you peeing outside.
It's the only way we'll tell.
Looking at the video like, I can see the dreads. No, those look like dreads. Is that Danielle? Yeah, that's Danielle.
You better identify some tattoos on me or something. It's not me. It wasn't me. Man. It wasn't me. So I'm a Shaggy on it.
So you definitely lie to maintain relationships, to maintain face, reputation.
Yep. Personal, like self-image. Like,
So, I mean, is lying part of the culture? Like, I mean, like, what are we getting at here? It's like, is
it? Yeah. I mean, like we said it.
We all do it.
Yeah. If I ask you how you are, and every day, like, how are you doing? The first reaction is fine, right? But if I told you how I really was doing, do you really want to hear that? Like, okay, you got a moment. I had a cousin who would be like, well, let me tell you how it is. So we'd be like, oh shit.
You about to drop the raw on you.
Yes.
But so I guess for me, if you ask me how I'm doing, I say outstanding, and yeah, I am doing fucking pretty outstanding at that time when you're talking to me. As far as my day goes, shit. I'm not particularly lying to you about my day, but I'm gonna save you the energy. Like I don't like. I think that's where it's like I'm not lying to you about my day, but I'm gonna just save you the energy because maybe either you're not worthy of the conversation.
I don't think you really want to know.
Or you don't really, you're lying by asking me the question because you really don't give a shit about how I feel or how my day is going.
Yep. And that's what you always say too to me. When like you walk into the store, they'll say, "Hi, welcome, how are you?" And then I'm like, "Oh, I'm fine, how are you?" And then I'll sit and wait, and then you're like, babe, they didn't ask that. They didn't ask that for a response or to even hear what you're saying back, right? Like, or for you to care about how their day is. They just say it because they were told to say it. When everyone walks in the store, ask them how they're doing.
Do you feel like music is lying, or are they telling a story?
What do you mean?
Like when you listen to specifically like rap music, and they talk about how everything. I used to be this guy doing this thing. Okay. And then motherfucker go to jail, and it's like, you should have lied.
No, I wasn't doing that. Yeah.
You should have lied on the tracks.
Yeah, it's weird because, like they said, nowadays, I have listened to these songs, and it's like, wait, they're literally telling on themselves. So I think that they're lying, because if they weren't, then it's like social media. Then you're really telling on yourself, and they're gonna catch you eventually, right? Like you've got to have something, and if you get the right detective that's got that hair up his ass, then he's gonna follow that case to the fullest. So as an artist, why would you even expose that or even give that information out for the world to hear, right?
So we lying on music. We lie for social acceptance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like we want to be socially like it goes back to judgment, right?
Yeah.
And like that's my biggest thing is like we're a people that judge.
Yeah.
You know, like especially this generation, like we judge everything. So
this is true.
So I want to be accepted by at least 75 people.
Yeah.
To 150 people.
Yeah. So we lie to impress people.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, how many followers do you have? I have
20,000.
I have 5,000, but I'm gonna say I have at least like 10,000. But then like nowadays, like prove it, you know. And with Google. Oh man, they'll Google all those, like prove it, Google it, and if you can't Google it and that shit's wrong, then hey,
Google is the new truth teller. Jeez. So if it is our culture, and this is kind of where we are, and you know, you tell at least one lie a day. I guess my thing is
little white lies, they call them.
Yeah, it is little white lies, but you know, at the end of the day, you tell a lie, then every truth is questionable, right?
Yeah, this is true.
So you know, you need to think about how your conversations, how your communication, because that's all it is it's how you're communicating, and are you bold enough to communicate effectively without telling a story behind it? and I'm saying a story because it sounds softer than lying.
Yeah.
I don't want to call you a liar, but
storyteller.
But if you're a storyteller about everything, you know, then your truth is going to be questionable.
Yeah, truth. Very true. I say that perfect people don't drink, don't cheat, they don't fight, they don't complain, they don't lie, but perfect people, they don't exist.
1,000%. Cheers to that. You gotta clean the glass.
To that.
Yeah. Perfect people definitely don't exist. That's pretty dope. And me is just kind of figure out what kind of liar you are. Figure out what kind of liar you are and be open about that shit.
I love it. An honest enemy to me is better than a friend that lies, right? The truth hurts, but damn it, I'd rather have the truth.
An honest enemy.
What did I say?
No, I didn't hear it.
Yeah. An honest enemy.
Okay.
Yes. An honest enemy is better than a friend that lies.
I know that's right.
Right? So the truth hurts, but I'd rather have the truth.
1,000%. It's life and shit.
Life and shit. Love you.
Do us a favor. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe. Leave a review. Let us know what your thoughts are. That's the only way that this show is going to be successful. And we appreciate you. Talk with you next time.